Hello everyone, this is Dr. Pawan Jagannath Tambre, working as Assistant Professor in Chemistry at Maratha Vidya Prasarak Samaj, Nashik. In this video lecture, we will see stereochemistry of 1,4-dimethyl cyclohexane. Dear friends, probably this is going to be a last lecture on stereochemistry of cyclohexane and substituted cyclohexane. So, 1,4-dimethyl cyclohexane. This is the structure of 1,4-dimethyl cyclohexane, where these two methyls are having relatively 1 and 4 position in cyclohexane ring system. This molecule also exhibits geometrical isomerism, and thus we can have cis 1,4-dimethyl cyclohexane where both the methyl groups are on same side, or we can have trans 1,4-dimethyl cyclohexane where these two methyl groups are away from each other. In this video lecture, one by one, we will explore stereochemistry of cis as well as trans 1,4-dimethyl cyclohexane. First of all, let's look at cis 1,4-dimethyl cyclohexane. So the chair conformation of this cis 1,4-dimethyl cyclohexane can be written in this way, as we have seen in earlier lectures. Look at this structure. This methyl is pointing downward and this methyl is also pointing downward. Both of them are coming towards same side, so this is cis structure. And also note down their relative position. This methyl is suppose at carbon number 1, then this is at carbon number. This is cis 1,4-dimethyl cyclohexane. Say it is EA type of conformer. If we flip this ring, then we will get another structure for same molecule, and in this case, whatever atom or group present in structure A at axial position, they goes to equatorial position, and whatever atoms or group which are present on equatorial position, they moves to axial position. So this methyl which was at equatorial position in structure A now is at axial position, and this blue colored methyl which was originally at axial position in this structure A now went to equatorial position in structure B. This is simply ring flipping, or from last 3 to 4 lectures. Now we will explore stability of this cis 1,4-dimethyl cyclohexane. So this is the structure of cis 1,4-dimethyl cyclohexane. If ring flips also, then one of the methyl group is always at axial position and other is at equatorial position. So this cis 1,4-dimethyl cyclohexane, this methyl group is present at axial position will show axial interaction with hydrogen present on a relatively third carbon. This is one such interaction. In the same way, this methyl which is at axial position interact with this hydrogen which is again at relatively third position this way, and thus the methyl group which is present at axial position will show axial interaction. Thus it is called as 1,3 diaxial interaction. However, the methyl group which is present at equatorial position, it not show any such interaction, and thus energy of this molecule is raised by 1.8 kilocalorie per mole, which is because of two axial interaction between axial methyl and hydrogen atoms. So, potential energy of this cis molecule is 1.8 kilocalorie per. Now we will move towards optical isomerism in cis 1,4-dimethyl cyclohexane. This is cis 1,4-dimethyl cyclohexane molecule. Look at this molecule. This molecule is having plane of symmetry, and thus it must be optically inactive. Let us consider its conformers and mirror images to understand this. This is plane of symmetry. Bisect this molecule into half, it is optically inactive. This is cis isomer of 1,4-dimethyl cyclohexane. If we flip this ring in this way, then we will get another conformer which is like this. And if you try to look this molecule in mirror, molecule will look something like this. They are mirror images. As I told earlier, this molecule is having plane of symmetry and thus it is optically inactive. Okay. If you look at this structure C, and if ring flips in structure C in this fashion, then we can get structure D, conformer of this structure C. And if you look at B and D, they are mirror images of each. Although we are looking at all these transformations in case of cis 1,4-dimethyl cyclohexane, tell you that this molecule is optically inactive because of plane of symmetry present in this molecule. Now we will see trans 1,4-dimethyl cyclohexane. So this is trans 1,4-dimethyl cyclohexane where two methyls are away from each other at relatively 1 and 4 position. This is how we can draw a stable conformation of trans 1,4-dimethyl cyclohexane. Methyl is coming downward and this methyl is going upward. They are moving away from each other and their relative position is 1 and 4. So this is trans 1,4-dimethyl cyclohexane, EE conformation. Let us say structure A. When this ring flips, we will get this structure where these two methyl groups are at axial position because of ring flipping, and this is AA conformation of trans 1,4-dimethyl cyclohexane. Now we will see relative stability of this A and B structure. If you look at structure A, that is EE conformation, both the methyls are at equatorial position. They do not show any kind of interaction. However, if you look at this AA conformation, then in this case both the methyl groups are present at axial position and each methyl will show two axial interaction, and thus these two methyl group show 4 axial interaction with axial hydrogens, and because of that potential energy of this AA conformer increases by 3.6 kilocalorie per, and thus in case of trans 1,4-dimethyl cyclohexane, EE conformation is more stable as compared to AA conformation. Right? Now we will move towards optical isomerism in trans 1,4-dimethyl cyclohexane. Again, this is our trans 1,4-dimethyl cyclohexane having this type of, say, chair conformation. This is EE, which is most stable conformation of trans 1,4-dimethyl cyclohexane. When we flip this ring in this fashion, get this conformer which is AA, which both the methyl groups are present at axial position, and this is highly unstable. Look at this molecule in mirror, it looks like this structure C conformation, and when this structure is flipped, when this ring is flipped this fashion, we get structure D, which is conformer, not at all stable because of 4 axial interactions, and these two may be mirror images of each other. So if you look at this molecule, you will think that in this molecule, this structure A and structure C are comparatively more stable and they do exist. However, structure B and D do not exist. And if you look at A and C, they are non-superimposable mirror images of each other. Molecule must be optically active. But dear friends, in case of trans 1,4-dimethyl cyclohexane as well, this molecule is having plane of symmetry. And because of plane of symmetry, molecule is active this behavior. Remember, trans 1,4-dimethyl cyclohexane, because of plane of symmetry, is optically inactive. Now we will move towards last part of this presentation and stereochemistry of cyclohexane, that is comparison of stability of cis and trans 1,4-dimethyl cyclohexane. These are the structures of cis and trans 1,4-dimethyl cyclohexane, and this is stable conformer of cis 1,4-dimethyl cyclohexane EA, where one methyl is at axial and other is at equatorial position. So this EA structure will show two axial interaction, and thus potential energy of this cis 1,4-dimethyl cyclohexane raised by 1.8 kilocalorie per mole. However, if you look at trans 1,4-dimethyl cyclohexane, this is the stable conformation of trans 1,4-dimethyl cyclohexane, that is EE conformation, in which both the methyls are at equatorial position. They do not show any axial interaction, and thus potential energy of this EE structure is 0 kilocalorie per mole. So when we compare between cis and trans 1,4-dimethyl cyclohexane, then trans structure is more stable as compared to cis by an amount 1.8 kilocalorie per. So I hope during the journey of stereochemistry of cyclohexane, last 7 to 8 lectures, you understand how to draw chair conformation of cyclohexane, how to draw cis and trans isomerism, and how to find out their stability, relative stability, and isomerism in cyclohexane and substituted cyclohexane. Thanks a lot for watching this video. Thank you.